1.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. The Program for Infrastructure Development in Africa, PIDA, is the singular African Union framework guiding the continent's infrastructure development agenda, policies and investment priorities in transport, energy, ICT, and transboundary water sector. The second PIDA Priority Action Plan, which we call PIDA PAP2, was adopted by African heads of states in February 2021 and clearly identifies priorities for the infrastructure sector to be implemented until 2030. There is no conceivable way that Africa can achieve its developmental agenda without a rapid acceleration of investment into the continent's water and sanitation infrastructure systems, financing mechanisms, and institutional framework. However, project preparation, lack of financing, and execution have been identified as key obstacles to advancing the water sector agenda in Africa. The African Development Bank, through the African Water Facility, estimates that Africa needs to invest $64 billion into water and sanitation annually, yet only $10 to $19 billion are invested each year, leaving us with an investment gap of $45 to $54 billion per year. To accelerate implementation and focus attention on water projects, AUDA-NEPAD, the African Union Development Agency, in collaboration with a Global Water Partnership, formulated the PIDA Water Project under the first PIDA Priority Action Plan, which ran until 2020 and became the precursor to the development of a Continental Africa Water Investment Program, which we call AIP, which is part of a PIDA PAP2 portfolio. As a direct result of these efforts undertaken by AUDA-NEPAD, Global Water Partnerships Africa and other partners, in order to increase the visibility of water projects and improve the capacity of early stage project preparation by project owners, PIDA water projects constitute almost 17% of PIDA PAP2. We extend our gratitude to the water sector partners who came together to contribute to this impressive outcome. What emerged from all these processes as a critical area for PIDA water and the Continental African Water Investment Program was the urgent and concerted need to find financing from international, private, and national sources for these priority water projects to complement ongoing efforts at the level of the African Union and the African Union Development Agency, NEPAD. The need for an international high-level panel on water investments for Africa was identified at the African Regional Water Dialogue for Results in May 2021 and the high-level Ministerial Conference Water Dialogue for Results in July 2021. Both events were convened as part of a preparatory process for the UN Conference on the Midterm Comprehensive Review of the implementation of the objectives of the International Decade for Action, named Water for Sustainable Development, and that decade will be started in 2023. As such, the convening partners, the African Union Development Agency, NEPAD, UNDP, UNICEF, African Ministers' Council on Water, AMCAO, the African Development Bank, the Global Water Partnership, and Global Center on Adaptation all signed a resolution to convene the panel in August 2021. This international high-level panel addresses the need for high-level political commitment and leadership and recommends ways for sustained engagement at the international level by leveraging ongoing global and continental efforts to accelerate the achievement of Agenda 2063 and SDG 6 water-related targets and the 2025 Africa Water Vision for water security for all. The panel will thus support mobilizing finance for implementing the Continental Africa Water Investment Program, which in turn aims to mobilize $30 billion annually towards covering the water and sanitation investment gap. To deliver on our mandate, AUDA-NEPAD's mandate, for coordinating and executing priority regional and continental projects, and to support and sustain the work of the International High-Level Panel on Water Investments for Africa, AUDA-NEPAD and partners have developed the AIP-PIDA Water Investment Scorecard. We are extremely proud of having developed this scorecard, which will be a very useful instrument. This is a first. This is a game changer for Africa's water and sanitation sector. The AIP-PIDA Water Scorecard was endorsed by the African Union Assembly in February this year, and earlier in March, I had the honor, together with His Excellency Jakaya Kikwete, to launch the scorecard during the 7th PIDA week in Nairobi, Kenya. The scorecard complements the work of a high-level panel and will enhance mutual accountability at the African Union Heads of States level for results in the mobilization of water investments. It will thus assist AUDA, NEPAD, and partners to sustain political and leadership commitment on water and support countries to track progress, set benchmarks, identify bottlenecks, and take action to meet the investment needs for PIDA water projects and achievement of the Agenda 2063 and the SDG 6 targets on water and sanitation. AUDA-NEPAD will continue with sustained efforts to mobilize partners, including DFIs, private sector, and others, in order to support the transformation of the investment outlook for PIDA transboundary water projects, and will, through the scorecard, report biannually to the AU Assembly on the progresses, the gaps, and the bottlenecks, and in mobilizing water investments. A critical mass of partners have been mobilized under the AIP to develop the AIP-PIDA Water Investment Scorecard. We call upon these partners to support the efforts of the International High-Level Panel on Water Investments for Africa as it addresses key obstacles standing in the way of achieving water security. Water security is closely linked to the Africa we want. Thank you.